Even though it's so dark, what was so compelling was his search for an identity within all of that.
Producers over at Alcon, they asked me if I would do some makeup tests, and I said, of course, you know, I want this role. And then Denise still said no. Really? And then so they asked if I would do a screen test. And I, no problem, I want this role. So I did a screen test, and Denise finally said, yeah, okay, yeah, it works. And so that was actually originally how it all happened.
Is there a lot of empathy that you both have for both of your characters that you've carried through?
Actors have got to have a disposition towards empathy. You've got to care about how people feel. You've got to understand how people feel. So I think that's an important tool in the actor's kit.
For Kay, did you understand where he was coming from in terms of this journey that he had to take?
It was so interesting that in this 35 years later that the Blade Runners are ostracized from society and forced to live these lives of isolation and do this nightmarish job. Even though it's so dark, what was so compelling was his search for an identity within all of that.
Women have a rough time of it, you know, based on the roles that they play. How much did that kind of help you figure out your angle on how you wanted to play these women and how much it inspired the hardness of the world around them and how you were going to take that into your own characters?
For Mariette, the character I play at least, that there's so much of just a survivor in her, and she has a bit of humor and sort of glee in this world that she occupies, but it feels like for everybody who's on world, there's such a sort of hardened survivor. I thought about her as this sort of like drowned rat who was like still trying to find warm places to land.
I just felt very grateful to be able to have such a big palette of elements to choose from, as it would be like satire or humor, would it be vulnerability or strength? I think so many things were there for me to play with.
I liked Joy because, you know, she's a woman that's meant to satisfy people's needs in a very specific way, and she's beautiful and she's whatever you want it to be, and she's kind of like everyone's fantasy, but she's more than that.
Yeah.
That's what I can relate to, that we're more than what we're expected to be. We have much more to offer.